One of the questions that we get very often is about how do I record a conversation? I'm calling a debt collector, calling a mortgage company. How do I record that? Is it legal to record that? And I don't think I've ever done a video on this, so I wanted to go ahead and answer this question. So the question we received is, how can I record a phone call I'm making with a debt collector or a mortgage company? Well, first of all, let's take a step back. Is it legal to record calls? Well, generally, we look at either a state is a one-party state or a two-party state. So, for example, Alabama is a one-party state. So as long as one party to the conversation gives consent, then the call can be recorded even if the other party does not know it. But then you have two-party states. So California, Florida, places like that will say no, both parties have to consent or agree to recording it, or it's illegal. Now, it becomes complicated. Let's say you're in a one-party state, the other person's in a two-party state. Well, which law applies? It's all over the board. I think the safest thing is to assume that you need both parties to agree to it. So years and years ago, I wrote an article about why we recommended not doing this, not recording phone calls, because we saw a lot of people make mistakes with this and then get burned by it. And I've kind of revised it over the years because of a practice that has really become almost completely widespread. And that is, you call a debt collector, you call a mortgage company, or they call you, and there'll be usually a recording. Sometimes they literally say it to you, but usually it's a pre-recorded message that comes on. It says, please be advised, all calls may be recorded. And so they are saying, look, we're telling you that the call will be recorded. So if you continue with the call, you consent to it, we consent to it, so therefore they can record it. Well, here's the other way to look at it. They're telling you all calls may be recorded. So obviously they're consenting, and as long as you consent, that's both parties. Now, obviously, before you do this, you've got to make your own decision on it. If you have a lawyer, get with your lawyer. But generally, this is the approach we now take, is that if it's clear that the other side says the call may be recorded and you agree to it, then record it. So how do we go about recording it? Well, there's kind of two ways. There's old school and new school. And I guess if we went really old school, I could talk to you about when you'd go down to Radio Shack, and some of you will say, what in the world is that? But we'll just say kind of more modern times, old school way would be make the phone call from your iPhone, your Android phone, put it on speaker, and record it on your laptop or on another iPhone or Android phone. Use the recorder app. And so that's one way to do it. A little bit more sophisticated way is you can download an app that will record the call even though it's not being done on speakerphone. And whichever way you go, here's the key. Test it. I have had people come to me and they say, you will never believe this conversation that this debt collector was so outrageous, and I recorded it. And they tell me about it. I go, wow, that's amazing. They give me the recording. It's only their side of the conversation. They didn't test it. They thought they had the app working. They thought they were recording it properly, but they weren't. So test it. Call your spouse, call your brother, your sister, your buddy. Say, hey, I'm testing this out. Can you hear anything on your end? Some of these will have beeps. Some of them will say, this call being recorded. Funny thing is, the debt collector that says they're going to record the phone call, if they realize you're recording it, they'll say, oh, no. You don't get to record it. Only we get to record it. So why would they do that? Because if you sue them, debt collector, mortgage company, whoever it is, and the telephone call is terrible for them, that call will be deleted. There'll be a computer glitch. It'll accidentally be deleted. Now, if the call is helpful to them, of course, that never gets lost to a glitch. So, at least for our clients, we say, don't do something where they know it on the other end, because they will not talk to you. So if they say they're recording it and it's okay with them, then you agree to it, hey, record it. So in any event, you would just want to make sure that this, the recording comes through, the sound is clear, all that sort of stuff. Here's something equally as important. Be the good guy. So don't trick them, don't be a jerk, don't yell at them. Don't try and entrap them. Just be a nice person. We're the good guys. They're the bad guys. Let them be the bad guys. Let them yell at you, scream at you, cuss at you. Don't do anything like that. So when that recording comes out, you just sound like a reasonable person. And that's how you need to be in every conversation, even if you're not recording it. Even if you know they're not recording it, still be the good guy. Be the person that keeps your cool. Let them go crazy. Let them make threats and accusations and all that sort of stuff. We don't do that. So I hope that this is helpful. Again, the question is, how do I record it? Well, simple way is you can do it sort of old school, speakerphone, record it on your laptop or on a tablet or some other device, or a little bit more sophisticated, go to the Google store, the iTunes store, or the App Store, or whatever, and download an actual call recording app. Then test it, be the good guy, and also remember this: any recording you make is evidence, and you cannot destroy that evidence, because that makes you like the mortgage companies, where if you go, oh wait, I didn't sound so good in that recording, I'm just going to delete it. No, now you're doing what these mortgage companies do, debt collectors do, where they're destroying evidence. We don't do that. We're the good guys. So hope that that's helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.